Greetings, dear ladies. I am Kryon of Magnetic Service. This is a Lemurian sisterhood message from Bath. But the area is close to the node called Glastonbury. And that means that this particular message is different. And it's different because of the energy. There is nowhere else like it that resounds with Lemuria. My partner steps away. And what that means is that the message tonight will not be remembered by him. I have said this before, but many of you have not heard the reasoning. And the reasoning is this: there is no gender on the other side of the veil, but there is here. And it's important that the women hear this first, and that my partner, as a male, does not. And the importance is in the honoring of the gender that is the shamanship of the earth. And that is what the sisterhood truly is about. It is remembering origins. And those origins are shamanic origins. Remembering a time when your gender was seen as the ones in contact with the other side of the veil. The ones respected for that, known for that, intuitively tuned for that. A time when there was not necessarily a push for equality. The men did not want your job. And we've said this before, any more than they wanted a turn at childbirth. Because women were designed for intuition and compassion and teaching. That's the design for having children. That's the design in humanity, for women to teach that which is beyond what most people see as reality. Women are the first to awaken at night, even before a child says anything from the crib a room away, and they will listen and hear something. It is the intuition they would have as a caregiver that something should be said or done. And that's why you're here. But there's more. The node that is Glastonbury is very, very close to the energy of Lemuria. And during that which you will call the choir later, I want to talk a little more about that. But already in the channelings in this land of legends, we talk about a crystalline grid. Now, many of you don't understand what that is. So let me just tell you, it is like a field that has been placed here by the Lemurians that remembers human energy. And that remembrance would be human compassion, the things that have happened in the areas, the hopes and desires, the legends, what it's known for. But in this area and the surrounding areas, all the way up into Scotland, there is an increased power of this grid. Now, crystalline things, remember, they hold energy. And so what is it that is increased? And the answer to that is almost everything that has happened here, but especially the things that are heroic. The thoughts, the desires. It's what makes this place the land of legends and metaphors and Arthur. And in all of those, there is what we have called the hero story. In your case, the heroine story. And the difference is, dear Lemurian sister, you're here because so many of you have lived this story. You're here because you have gone past that, which is the doubt of who you are. This grid is amplified so that you can use it to remember more than you ever have in any place the sisterhood has been, with the exception of Hawaii and Shasta. But even Shasta pales to this. This would be perhaps the most powerful Lemurian node other than Hawaii itself, which was Lemuria. And so it's going to perhaps trigger not remembrances of you in a sisterhood, but remembrance of your Akash being shamanic. Don't mix this up with you having remembered that you're in a specific place at a specific time doing something specific. That's not the way this works. Instead, remember, inside there is a shamanic energy that is a knowing of how God works with people, with you, with others. So much so that you could give advice and feel good about the fact that you were helping somebody. That is a shamanic knowingness. You know where that comes from? Dear ones, so many of you, so many, went through that which was the Lemurian experience. You wouldn't really be attracted to this, honestly, if it wasn't something inside that said, I like the name, I like the idea, I want to hear more. And if that's you, that means that you sat at the feet of the original mothers of this planet that changed your biology. We call them the seed mothers. And you sat at the feet while they taught you that which was the original information of the teaching wheel. From the stars, how things work, how God works, how Spirit loves, and how Spirit cares. The principles, all of the things that you would need as a shaman. All the things that Malihan knows. For her Akash is ringing as well. And it's not ringing because she was here, it's ringing with that which is shamanic. She knows things. So do you. The Lemurian sisterhood is a celebration of women who are remembering what they know where they were. And what they know is the original teaching. And some of you will say, well, what do I do with it? Let me give you some advice. The first thing you do with shamanic knowledge is to apply it to yourself. This gives you a peace. Perhaps that's why you came to sit here today. You've got things going on in your life, and you'd like to know how to settle them. I'll give you the answer right now. The first thing you do is to claim that you are powerful, shamanic, and regardless of any of them, you can calm yourself to a peace where you can say, God is real, my information is real, these things will pass. I expect benevolent things in my life to happen. They will. I claim it. You can even say, I deserve it, if you wish, because you do. And you start to understand that a shamanic energy is one that knows how things work, can clear energies in situations as they go. A shaman knows about healing within themselves. And then it gets good. You pass it to your children, to your family, to your associates, if they ask. And if they don't ask, believe me, they will see something in you that has not been there before. And they'll ask you perhaps, why do you smile? Why are you comfortable in situations that you weren't before? I notice you're not as angry as you were before. And then you can give them some practical advice. Don't tell them you're a shaman. Don't tell them you used to be a Lemurian. They won't care. But you know what you know. Believe me. These things are there in you. You wouldn't be in the room. And this energy in this area of legends is an energy which really is a powerful energy that advances you in what we will call a stair-step to heroic action. And what that really truly means is you see the best of the best, and you want the best of the best, and you celebrate yourselves. You celebrate love, and you're not afraid to. You celebrate compassion, and you're not afraid to. And you're not afraid to ask yourself, who am I? Who was I? And what's inside me that's so different today than so many other people? And when you finally get your answer, you should be humbled to know that you have contained the seeds of compassion and knowledge and understanding that you can slowly disperse to those around you who ask to help find the light of the planet. That's why you're here. What is the essence of the sisterhood? Again, remembering who you are, what you know, why you're here. That's the essence of the sisterhood. It's about uniting in song and celebration and being aware of the joy truly that lies within, not the sorrow, not the suffering, not what you've been told, but the feelings of the original teachings of the seed mothers who told you you were born magnificent, belonged here, and would have a strong lineage on this planet. And you do. But the lineage is spiritual. It's the lineage of the shaman. So take this message, dear ladies, and work with it even after you leave this room. Don't be afraid to ask yourself, who was I? I feel it. And don't deny what you feel. Let the meeting continue. And so it is.